Okay, this is the first episode of Grif Abroad. Welcome, my name is Griff, and I created this channel to kind of cover 4 basic topics for you guys with this channel. One, it's gonna be about retirement and how I retired early. The second thing is also living abroad, and we actually moved to Bangkok, Thailand. So I'm gonna kind of give you a day in the life of living in Thailand, what the transition was to move here from the United States. And then the third thing we're gonna do is talk about the YouTube channel. I'm creating a YouTube channel and I'm in my 50s. I'm giving you the information right away of how old I am, but I'm in my 50s. So I wanna give you an idea of how to create a YouTube channel when you're older, maybe Generation X. And the final point is the inspiration from one of these YouTubers that was a father that created a YouTube channel for his daughter, I believe, that went off to college, and we kind of giving her advice on what to do, fatherly advice, right? So I thought it'd be a great opportunity for me to kind of give you guys advice. If you're interested in learning about, whether it be about finance, retiring early, moving abroad, living abroad, and kind of just giving my insight as to being kind of, I guess, more older, of giving you an idea of what you can do if you want to live abroad or retire early. So that's the main reason I created this YouTube channel. And when I officially retired was during the time of the pandemic. And I basically was forced to retire. My prior profession was I was a wedding and portrait photographer for the past 8 years prior to that. And then after we basically lost all my business after that situation happened, where starting to buy back up again, it was a little bit tough. And so after further discussion with my wife, we decided, you know what, let's go ahead and retire. So we moved to Costa Rica and retired first. And you can imagine, I retired to Costa Rica when I was relatively younger. So within the first month or so, I was getting kind of bored and I was watching YouTube. And then I was watching all these young influencers talking about finance and retiring early. And I'd never seen that before. But I was watching the videos and I was like, they're giving you kind of like a lot of misleading information or kind of redundant information. And it wasn't really kind of creating value for the people. So I thought, you know what, I'll create a YouTube channel and kind of talk to you guys about retiring early and finance. But after, like, let's say the first 4 episodes, I got really bored with doing that. I didn't really enjoy it. So I was like, telling my wife, I can't do this anymore. This is really boring. But at the same time, she's like, well, do something you'd like to do. So I created a YouTube channel for food and travel. And I've been doing that for the past 2.5, 3 years. And then since we've been traveling, doing that channel, I finally decided to kind of settle down and move to Bangkok, Thailand. So this is where I'm creating a second channel for you guys to kind of see what it's like to retire here in Bangkok, Thailand. The second part of the video series is going to be about what it's like to live in Bangkok, Thailand as a retiree, as well as an expat. So I'm going to go and show you the process of finding a condo to live in. I'm also maybe working with health insurance, dental, basically all the ins and outs of living in Thailand. I'll showing you how to use the transportation system, as well as maybe going to the grocery store, and kind of give you an idea of what my day in life is like here in Thailand as being a retired expat. And then the third thing, of course, I mentioned earlier was about YouTube. And I mentioned earlier, I'm over 50 years old, but I started YouTube when I was in my 40s, right? And so I encourage a lot of people to start a YouTube channel because if you're retired, this is something that you really can do creatively to keep yourself busy as well. Because one thing I noticed when I retired early, I got bored really quickly. I didn't know what to do with myself. So not having a job and whatnot. So I want to talk to you guys about YouTube and how to start a YouTube channel from scratch. And I'm not going to show you guys how to do it, but at the same time, I'm going to kind of show you my journey of starting this channel and the progress. So I'll give you guys a progress report, first episode here, and then kind of go on from week to month and show you guys how it progresses to the point that we can monetize and make money off this channel. And finally, we're going to talk about financial independence and basically what it took for us to retire early, being maybe responsible with our finances. Also, I have a finance background, so I talk about understanding how to invest in different platforms in different ways to make money so that you can also retire early as well, should you want to do that. And I know there's a lot of things that I've discovered throughout my life in terms of how to get to the point we are right now and being retired early. Actually, right when we got married, one of the first things or the conversations we had when we got married was that we wanted to retire early. And that was the discussion we had over 15, 16, 17 years ago. And once we got to that point where we were financially set, we could make that decision to retire early So we've been traveling the past 3 years, being retired and having a wonderful time. And yeah, but we wanted to, settle down and have a home base. So that's why we chose Bangkok, Thailand. But also in the series here, I also kind of explained to you guys why we chose Bangkok and based upon all the different countries we've been traveling to. And I hope that information is valuable to you guys and provides you some insight as to, not only retiring early, but also living abroad as being a retired expat. But I really want to have fun with this channel and to give you an opportunity to ask a lot of questions, make a comment, leave it below. And I would really like to have more of a community of people that are like-minded and not only about living abroad, but also financial independence and retiring early, and also giving you advice in terms of YouTube as well, in terms of why it's important, I think, for you guys to start a YouTube channel if you're in a Gen X kind of era. But anyways, this is the first episode and there's more to come, guys. So I hope you guys subscribe to the channel and follow along on our journey here in Thailand. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.